3 Steps to Financial Independence. What's your financial independence number? You might have heard of FIRE, meaning Financial Independence Retire Early. If you haven't heard of it, you should check out our other videos on the channel where we talk about it. Financial independence is something we all want. Financial independence is having more than enough to cover your expenses without the need to work anymore. In this video, we'll be talking more about financial independence because once you are financially independent, it's your choice whether you want to retire. When you are financially independent, you could quit your job and look for something else to do or not work entirely, focusing on your hobbies instead. Whatever goes, really, as long as you can fund your lifestyle with what you have saved. Financial independence, or FI, is having flexibility and having more options. Welcome to Savvy, where we have lots of practical wisdom to share. Hey, don't forget to hit the like button below, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more advice here on Savvy. Today, I'll share with you the 3 steps to financial independence. Let's talk about what FI is. Your FI number is how much money you need to invest for you to be able to live off of that investment for the rest of your retirement period if you choose to retire. You could live off of the interest, the capital gains, or the dividends. Suppose you're living off of your investments. In that case, work becomes an option and no longer a necessity for you to be able to finance your expenses. So what's all the fuss about your FI number? Your FI number is your target, and you should set this as your goal for early retirement. It's your end game, and if you have a target, then it's more likely that you'll stay on track. Aside from that, if you're working towards a specific goal, it would be good to see yourself inching toward the target, because you'll be more motivated to keep working towards it. We'll get into the numbers, but don't worry. We're not going to be talking about complex scientific formulas, just simple calculations. While calculating your FI number, I want you to stay positive. And if you are doing this for the first time, it could be a scary number. Well, it will be a frightening number. It could be a matter of 100,000, but typically this could be 1,000,000 or 2. It may seem unrealistic, but you'll have to remember that this is something you live off for the rest of your retirement period, with the work being an option. Naturally, the earlier you retire, the more you will need to live off of. So don't be discouraged once you see it. I understand living in the moment and spending on whatever sounds way better. But is it worth it if you'll be working for more than 40 or 50 years to provide for your basic needs? Another downside to that mentality is that it promotes consumerism. Do you think you need to buy things to make you happy? It could, but it's temporary happiness. To experience genuine joy isn't through buying things. If this is how you feel, changing how you view money and saving will allow more happiness into your life. Those I know that are in the FIRE movement and others that live a minimalist lifestyle are still able to experience new things. The difference is that their spending is just more well thought out. A plus side is that you don't even feel guilty when spending on a particular thing because you know that this is planned. I plan out certain expenses. For example, I have a budget for traveling once a year. So if ever I feel like traveling, I could travel somewhere using my budget and not feel guilty about it. I can't stress enough how important it is to have a goal. You are more prone to getting off track when you don't have a goal. You are less likely to go back to bad habits when working on a goal. Is FIRE one of your goals? If so, then how are you doing so far in your journey? Please share it with us in the comments below. Let's get to those 3 steps to calculate your FI, shall we? First, compute your expenses for a year. This isn't an easy step if you don't track your expenses. Although if you are, then this should be easy enough for you to do. If you are the former, then it's okay. For now, maybe you could just come up with a rough estimate and start tracking your expenses afterward. First, you want to look at the last 30 days of your spending. Once you've calculated that number, you will look at your accounts and credit cards. Add all of that and multiply it by 12. Let's say the number is 4,000 and multiply this by 12 again. That makes 48,000. It's better to average the last few months of your expenses. Because if you only take the last month alone, then it might be inaccurate, since maybe last month you made a big purchase or took a vacation. You could have also gotten a bonus or holiday money, so you should average for a more accurate result. To help you with your computations, a personal capital site can help you compute your spending number from the last 12 months. It's free to use, and this isn't sponsored, by the way. It's so easy to use. You only need to sign up for an account for free. Second, multiply your spending number to 25. Pretty self-explanatory, right? All you need to do is get the total of what you just computed and multiply it by 25. Once you multiply it by 25, that's your FI number already. Pretty simple, right? So the question is, why 25? Why not multiply it by 15 or 20? This came from the 4% rule. I've mentioned this in our past videos. So if you want to know more about that, feel free to check them out. The 4% rule is how much you can use from your investments. You can take 4% from this when you've reached your FI number and leave the 96% alone. That's when you'll no longer need to work for the rest of your retirement period. I'm not making this up, by the way. This was actually from a study. Third, passive income. This is just optional. If you want more cash flowing in while you're retired, then you should consider this. Let's say your number is 50,000, and if you're getting an extra 5,000 every year, you're going to subtract the 5,000 from the 50. You end up with 45. That's what you multiply by 25. Only put for certain what you can earn through passive income for your results to be more accurate. Now, what do you do if you already have money saved and invested? You will total that and subtract it from your FI number. Whatever you get, then that's your new FI number. Those were the steps to get your FI number. You will surely get there if you work towards your goal. So stay on the path and get motivated. That's enough practical wisdom for today. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up below. We will be posting 4 to 5 videos per week. So click the subscribe button and the notification bell to be notified of our new videos weekly. Thanks for tuning in. See you in the next video.